my name is Dylan. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully each and every single one of you are feeling fine and fantastic today. Yes, we are going to get right into another episode of Game of Thrones. This is episode 8 of season 2. Now, Game of Thrones has just been getting better and better, guys. Over on YouTube, I'm trying to get them out as quick as possible, guys. Don't worry, I'm trying to get them out as quick as possible. But like I said, it's been getting better and better and better. And I think now, with the initial season 1, I was a little bit angry with a lot of things that were happening, only because it's new to me. That's what you guys got to realize. It's new to me. And this stuff I'm not used to seeing, yeah? So I got a little bit angry the way Joffrey was, but now I'm starting to see who truly are these characters. Now, these characters that are inside of this film, they're very unique and very, how can I say it? They're very good in their own way because all of them are different, yeah? They're very, very different. And I think, similar to what I was talking to my wife about Friends, I think that's what makes this a little bit special, this TV show. The fact that there's all different characters and not the exact same characters. Yeah, they want the exact same thing, yeah, and that's initially the throne. But all the characters are different in their own way, and I think that's what makes this good. And having someone different like Tyrion as well, where he's different from all of his family members as well, that adds to the show itself. Just all the characters themselves, they've come from different stories, yeah? Their stories are just very, very unique. And I'm not going to lie to you guys at all. Like I said, I'm not going to lie to you guys at all, but I don't find this the greatest TV show of all time. Of course not, guys. Of course I don't. I've told you guys before. But I find it pretty good. I still hold Avatar: The Last Airbender as the greatest TV show I've seen of all time. Squid Game up there as well. But it's quite an enjoyable TV show, and it's taken me a while to get back into it, only because I've just been really, really busy, guys. You have to realize that I've been absolutely busy with all the movies and all the other TV series. So let's get into today's episode, guys. This is episode 8. I hope you all enjoy it. Let me know in the comment section what you think about it, as well as if you want to go watch this in full, it is up here or down in the description down below. Sorry if I'm not, well, they're over on Patreon, but sorry if I'm not today, if I'm not 100%, because I'm just not feeling well, alright, guys? Alright, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's do it. Come on, let's go.
You should be proud of your brother's achievement. I took the great castle of Winterfell with 20 men.
Which one gave you the tougher fight, the cripple or the 6-year-old?
I treated the Stark boys with honor.
By butchering them.
Before I had to kill them,
You
I treated
seized
them...
their home, as is your right. Is that treachery? I'd call it bravery. Are you the dumbest cunt alive?
Don't call me
A cunt. You know how valuable those boys were.
If I hadn't killed them, the Northerners would think me weak.
Go on, then. Warn me.
You haven't brought enough men.
I've come to bring you home.
Winterfell is the heart of the North.
Aye, it is. We're islanders, baby brother. Had you forgotten that? When Robb Stark finds out...
You won't find out.
That'll find out
I've taken
eventually.
Winterfell, and I will keep Winterfell.
Theon, you're my blood. We both endured our father. Come home with me. Don't die here alone.
I don't intend to die.
You're a terrible baby, do you know that? And one night you just wouldn't shut up. Screaming like a dying pig.
Family can be so cruel at times. I swear. Sisters and brothers can be so cruel to one another at times. I swear. I
wanted to strangle you.
Wallah. I said cruel, but... Was that cruel? She needs
You
help.
smiled at me. Don't die so far from the sea.
Jesus Christ. She needs bloody help if she wants to strangle a baby. Holy tits, man. Whew. These guys are scary.
You a
They're
present,
creepy,
Lord
man.
of Bone.
Already got one, Crow.
Mance will want to question this one. Knows all about where the Krolls are and what they're planning.
He could have killed me half a dozen times.
And now he wishes he did.
But he's a bastard of Winterfell, Ned Stark's son. Mance will want him. I think he'll want to decide for himself.
He runs. I'll chop his balls off.
He runs. I'll do it myself.
So essentially, she saved his life. Just think about it, because they were all captured. All of his men were captured. All of Jon's men were captured.
They're even now, Jon Snow.
I can't put my finger on it. There's something sexy about her. I just can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know what it is. I
couldn't do it. I had the sword in her neck, I just couldn't. I know. When you didn't come back, we went looking for you. But they found us before we found you. See that it wasn't for nothing.
Come on your feet.
So I'm wondering if essentially that it wasn't true then. Maybe if Jon Snow actually did kill her, they would have gotten away with it. Or would the wildlings even just captured them anyway, even if Jon Snow did kill her? Interesting.
What's her name?
Frey, I suppose. I don't know her first name.
And you're marrying her for a bridge.
An important bridge.
When I speak to people from the north, they all loved your father. Children do not always think that about their fathers, believe me.
The charwomen scrubbing the floors, yours to protect. The soldiers you order into battle, asked him. How can a man be brave if he's afraid? That is the only time a man can be brave, he told me.
He's not wrong. He is not wrong.
Wish I could have met you.
He didn't care much about gold or glory.
And you?
I want the men following me to go home.
And why don't you?
And because I believe in justice.
Chopping off Joffrey's head, you mean?
That would be a start.
The Kingslayer. He escaped in the night. How?
Tell me this isn't true.
For the girls.
You betrayed me.
Rob.
No.
Bran and Rickon are captives in Winterfell. I have 5 children and only one of them is free.
I lost one son. The
I
king's
don't know. I think that she's a bit, I don't want to sound judgmental, but she's a bit irrational, isn't she? I don't know, I feel like a lot of things she's doing, she's not 100% thinking about it. I think she's just completely, as a mother, you could understand her. She's completely out of it when it comes to the mental game. She's completely lost. Her soul is broken, and you can really tell.
You commit treason because your children are prisoners.
I grieve for your sons, my lord.
I don't want your grief, I want my vengeance.
Killing Jaime Lannister would not buy life for your children, but returning him to King's Landing may buy life for mine.
You've weakened our position, and you did it all behind my back. Make sure she's guarded day and night.
Rob.
Send another 40 with our fastest horses.
Rob.
You're much happier at daylight. I'm Jaime Lannister.
We
Captain
all
Knight
know
has
who
a
you
right
are.
to know.
Brienne of Tarth.
Tarth. Selwyn Tarth. Your father. It's a long way to King's Landing. Might as well get to know one another.
Your crimes are past forgiveness, Kingslayer. You've harmed others. Those you've sworn to protect.
Anyone ever told you you're as boring as you are ugly?
I already have. Look at you.
You're ready to chop my head off. You think you could beat me in a fair fight?
I've never seen you fight. All my life, men like you've sneered at me.
Unlock my chains. Let's see what happens. I took you for a fight. You're afraid.
Maybe one day we'll find out, Kingslayer.
I feel like you're going to have to cover his face or something, because you're going to be discovered there.
King's Landing will fall an hour after Stannis lands his force.
Surrender the Iron Throne.
Better than seeing their heads mounted on the city gate.
He's a Lannister. He'll stand and fight.
Scouts assure us Robb Stark remains north of Ashmark.
Which is why my son is his prisoner.
He sent a splinter force to recapture Winterfell.
He's a boy and he's never lost a battle. Because he doesn't know enough to be afraid. We'll ride at nightfall. I want a full night's march. Track down this Brotherhood and destroy them. The girl's proven herself a good servant. See that he doesn't get drunk in the evenings, but he's better at his work.
Used to be a boy, now it's a girl.
Where's Jaqen?
Where's your stick now, bitch?
Time to kill some wolves!
Break him with a mallet. That's where the real flavour is.
Where's Jaqen?
How would I know?
I need him now. He's helping me.
I saw him.
Where? Where?
Ow!
Where?
They were rushing out the gates a few hours ago. What do you want with him anyway?
I'm wondering if she wanted to kill Tywin. Wanted to request it to him to kill him.
You do what needs to be done. What?
How does it feel knowing those men all died? Trusting a traitor's bastard!
He's not yours to kill, Crow.
Do you have to do that here?
Something's bothering him. Something's bothering Tyrion.
You should start wearing the gold cloak.
I don't want to wear a gold cloak. Makes it hard to move quietly.
Well, you're not sneaking through alleyways any longer.
And wearing a gold cloak wasn't part of it.
Fine, fine. No gold cloak.
What?
Why are you staring at me?
Why am I here?
To help me plan the defense of King's Landing. An history of the great sieges of Westeros by Archmaster Shevelethan.
Xvaltish. I must compliment you on the Gold Cloak's performance these last few weeks.
And how did you accomplish this marked drop in thievery? For questioning?
No. It's just the unknown thieves we need to worry about now. See, it's not the fighting that kills most people. It's the starving. Things get bad enough. The poor start eating each other. By the time it's all over, they're the richest men in town. The great sieges of Westeros. Thrilling subject.
Stannis knows King's Landing, and he knows which gates are weakest. Mudgate. Good ram will batter it down in minutes.
And if Stannis does attack the Mudgate, what is our plan? We don't have that many books. We don't have that many men either. What do we have?
Pig.
Literally or figuratively? Are they going to throw pig at them? Oh yeah, by the way, I got a contact from YouTube, and that literally they say that you can't say those sorts of things in a video. I'll even show you guys the email over on Patreon. I'm telling you guys right now, it was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Someone manually over on YouTube that watches my videos said it. And it wasn't even me that was saying it, yeah? It was the videos that I watch.
I'm not cut out for this sort of work.
I can't imagine anything much worse.
Where do you think John is right now?
A betting man would go with dead.
He's not dead.
Sam in the middle. Lost a long time.
Putting 7 up is that.
Whoa. Some sort of ruin.
The first men made these marks. That's a Night's Watch cloak.
It's been here a long time.
Hey?
Must be dragon glass.
Dragon glass? Why would a brother hide it here?
I expect it's because he wanted somebody to find it.
That's a bit interesting. What? Yeah, exactly. Why? Why was it put there for them to find? Interesting. Very, very interesting. There's some significance behind that. And it looked like some sort of arrow, didn't it? So there's some significance behind that. We'll get back to that.
I'm sorry. Where were you?
A girl owes one more name. The Red God demands it. Give the man a name.
He's taking his army to attack my brother. I need him dead right now.
This a man cannot do. Help was not promised, lovely girl. Only death. Give a name, any name.
And you'll kill them.
By the 7 new gods and the old gods beyond counting, I swear it.
Jaqen H'ghar.
A girl gives a man his own name.
That's right.
Unname me.
No.
Please?
I'll unname you. If you help me and my friends escape. Jaqen H'ghar.
A girl lacks honor. If I do this thing, a girl must obey.
A girl will.
A girl and her friends will walk through the gate at midnight.
Thank you, Podrick.
Very smart, isn't she?
Odd little
isn't
boy.
Aya? Aya is very, very smart.
I hear Joffrey plans on fighting.
An inspiration for the troops.
He's not even gonna last. He's not even gonna
And
last.
the boys
for
are
a
off
second.
fighting his war. Remember Jaime at 17?
Better than you. His place is not on the battlefield.
It's not on the throne either. No, I'd say you possess above average intelligence.
You've shipped off my only daughter.
Tyrion is the best, I swear. I swear Tyrion is honestly the best.
He needs to be out there, instead of hiding behind his mother's skirts. Any dessert?
Do you know why Varys is so dangerous?
Because he knows everything we do before we do it.
Because he doesn't have a... Perhaps I'm dangerous too. Little worm between your legs does half your thinking.
It's not that little. Why are you smiling?
Because I'm happy. Because I have your little whore.
Uh-oh.
I thought you preferred blondes.
Such a droll little fellow. You stole my only daughter. You plot to have Joffrey killed.
You need me.
For what? Your skill in battle? Lovely body.
Where did you find her?
You need to hide your secret whores more carefully.
You've forgotten the most important thing about whores.
Oh?
You don't buy them. You only rent them.
This one you like. Could it be love? Unless Joffrey is hurt, and then every wound he suffers, she'll suffer too.
And how do I know you haven't killed her already?
Sir Mandan, bring in my brother's whore.
It's probably the wrong person, is it? I knew it. Knew it was the wrong person. Knew it.
I'm sorry they hurt you. I promise I will free you.
She thinks she's so smart. She thinks she's so bloody clever, I swear. She honestly does. Oh, man. But she's a fantastic actress. Don't get me wrong. She's a fantastic actress. All of them. This is why I respect this TV series. This is the only reason why I'm continuing to watch this TV series, yeah? Is because I respect these actors and actresses so much. They're such good actors and actresses. They're so good at what they do. They're so good at what they do. It's ridiculous.
I will hurt you for this. And your joy will turn to ashes in your mouth. You'll know the debt is paid.
Get out.
It is on like Donkey Kong.
Shay!
I've been waiting all night.
You're beautiful.
Then why do you look sad?
We have to be more careful.
Don't be afraid.
There are people who want to hurt me.
I cut off their faces. I will.
I would kill for you. You know that. You're mine.
I'm yours.
Promise me.
I'm yours. And you're mine.
My bastard is only a few days from Winterfell. There is only hope of escaping the north with his head.
Send word to your son.
A touch of mercy is a virtue, Your Grace. Too much?
Honestly, guys, you can really feel this tension building, eh? This is about to burst, honestly. This bubble is about to burst that they're in right now. It's coming. It is coming.
Ironborn, with the exception of Theon Greyjoy. He betrayed me.
I expect his countrymen will turn on him the minute they hear the offer.
How are you?
How am I? I've had to arrest my mother. I'm fighting a war and I don't know if I should march south or north.
I'm sorry.
Forgive me.
It's not her fault.
You're being kind.
What kind do you want to be?
I don't know. The good kind. Most kings grew up as princes.
But also, you gotta realize, kings aren't kind. I know they should be, but they're not. And the kind ones, they're generally the ones that don't last long in this world. And that's sad to say, but that's true. It is very much true.
I'd like to hear you play the harp.
No, you would not. When I was 12, weddings in Volantis last for days, you know. The second afternoon they were gone was the hottest day. We couldn't bear to be inside, so we ran down to the Vroin. The rich, the poor, we were all there. Drummers were playing for coppers on the East Bank. When I realized I hadn't seen my brother. And then I started screaming his name. And then I saw him floating face down.
She's been through a lot. Been through a lot.
Dragged him from the water. He was so little. And he was dead. Just dead. a man ran over and he pushed me out of the way, started pressing on my brother's chest until my brother spat out and cried out, and the man cradled his head and told him to be calm.
What a man.
When I came of age, I would never live in a slave city again.
Wow, so her story is interesting, isn't it?
I blathered on.
I don't want to marry the Frey girl.
I want to marry you.
I don't want you to marry her. But you needed that bridge.
There'll be some bridging tonight, don't you worry.
What did you bring?
Cheese could be better.
What do you want us to do about those guards?
He didn't say anything about the guards.
Oh, what, he left that bit out?
We have to trust him.
Trust him?
Harry, don't.
They're not moving. They're killed. They're dead. They're actually dead.
If the wind holds, we'll reach King's Landing in a day.
I admire you, Sir Davos.
I thank you, Your Grace.
You take the onion for your sigil. Sew it on your coat. Fly the onion flag.
I understand why the older families look down at me.
Why?
My father was a crabber.
And where were those lords when Storm's End starved? You defend these men who insult you behind your back. Robert and Ned Stark, they were the heroes.
No one has forgotten, Your Grace.
No, Robert did. And he never fought a day in his life.
He was only a boy.
So why'd you give him Storm's End? We weren't riding anywhere. Not with the castle surrounded. Then you made it through the lines. Slipped right through in your little black sail boat. Robert told me to hold Storm's End, so I held it. Then he told me he was giving it to Renly. Because Robert was my older brother and he was the king, and I've always done my duty. And when I sit the Iron Throne, you'll be my hand.
I pray I serve you well.
I have many little birds in the north, my lord, but I haven't heard their song.
The Stark forces are distracted. Now is the time to strike.
You do understand Stannis Baratheon sails this way?
If my uncle Stannis lands on the shores of King's Landing, I'll ride out to greet him.
I'm sure your men will line up behind you.
I'll give him a red smile.
You're not going to do anything. You are honestly the worst fighter I've ever seen. You will crap your pants once you see another grown-up man with a sword. Shut your mouth. No, he won't.
Imagine Stannis' terror.
I am trying.
I'd like to think I'm an intelligent man.
Oh, no one disputes that, my lord.
What do you want? Tell me.
You'll have to start.
My brother was the youngest King's Guard in history. My father put me in charge of all the drains and cisterns in Casterly Rock. Never expected to have any real power.
You enjoy the game.
I do. Last thing I expected. If Stannis breaches the gates, the game is over. The Lord of Light wants his enemies burnt. The Drowned God wants them drowned.
This morning, I heard a song. Daenerys Targaryen lives. She has 3 dragons. But even if what they say is true, it'll be years before they are fully grown. And then there'll be nowhere to hide.
One game at a time, my friend.
I'm wondering if they should have called it Games of Thrones. I don't know. Just throwing that out there, because him saying that just now and me thinking about it, there's so many different things that are happening, that are going to happen. Because remember, they're also winter is coming, and what the hell is winter? And it's got to do with the White Walkers too. There's so much that goes on inside of this TV series.
Careful, Khaleesi. I've found one. A ship with a good captain. We cannot stay here.
They have my dragons. Mother does not flee without her children.
I know you love them, but you didn't grow them in your womb.
You should sail to Astapor. I'm sure you'll be safe there.
You know I would die for you.
Yeah, but that's her...
I will never abandon you.
But, okay, that's her children, yes. But also, you gotta realize that's her strength. The dragons are going to win her a lot of battles. She's either going to die later or die now saving her children, her dragons.
If my dragons are in the House of the Undying, then take me there.
If you enter that place, you will never leave again.
Watch the witch burn. What did the flames do to me? Do you remember?
Until my last breath, I will remember.
They are my children, and they are the only children I will ever have. Take me to them.
We should bury them. We haven't got the damn message yet. A few more days won't help.
But it don't hurt to let him rot a while longer.
Gold? For the farmer. For his...
He's feeding the crops now. His wife too.
got as far as the farm, then doubled back. Hoped this would be the last place they'd think to look. Who was that out there? Hung up at the gates?
Must have been the farmer's boys. Bran would blame himself.
The little lads have suffered enough.
Still alive, still well. Oh, that's a relief. Although there was death to pay for it, but you think about it, oh man. See, this TV series is good, but some things are just, it makes you have a knot in your stomach, honestly. It makes you have a real big knot in your stomach because it just shows you what some people are like in this world and how you always have good, you always have evil. And you see evil doing so many things in this world that good people, when they do these deeds, they don't necessarily come to the forefront. They don't necessarily come to people's front eyes. And I'm a firm believer that over time, good always prevails over evil. But temporarily, evil prevails. But over time, temporarily evil succeeds over good. But over time, good always prevails. Good always prevails over evil. And I'm a strong believer in that. Strong believer in that. And I have a feeling that all these people that are doing these evil things will have karma come back to them. Come back to them and bite them on the ass. But a lot of the things that are happening inside of this film, it's all got to do with pride and it's all got to do with vengeance. Everyone wants that throne. And I feel like they're all distracted. They're all distracted from the bigger picture. The bigger picture being things are coming their way and they don't even see it. Quite literally, you have 3 dragons that are going to be turned into full-grown dragons very, very soon. No one sees that coming. All they want that throne. They don't see winter coming. They know it's coming, but they're not focused on it. Whereas they all used all their power together. They used all their power, combined it together, all their strength in numbers. They could try and overcome these things. They could try and overcome these things, but no, they don't. Their selfishness is taking over. And sometimes it's a bit unbearable seeing people like Joffrey being in charge because, you know, some of the things he says are just absolutely outlandish and cringy. Absolutely, because you know damn well he can't fight. And yet we're sitting here watching it all unfold, and you know that 100% that Joffrey's not going to survive. He's not going to survive forever. He may survive longer than a lot of people, because that's what happens when people are, let's just say, cowards, yes? But eventually he won't survive. And I'm afraid maybe it'll be too late by then. Maybe things would have already happened by then. Maybe the world would be a different place by then. But this all comes down to that stupid freaking throne, man. That stupid throne, people wanting power. That's why I'm so glad that around the world these days that queens and kings, we can talk as much as we want, we can say as much as we want, but kings and queens, they have no saying whatsoever. They may collect our tax money and use our tax money for themselves. We all know that. But they have no say in anything. They truly have no say in anything whatsoever. So I'm glad about that. I'm very much glad about that. But yeah, I mean, The TV series is, like I said, it's a good one. It's a good one. I'm enjoying it. At times I get a little bit sad and depressed because of the way people are inside of it, but I'm focusing more now on the acting skills of all of them, and it's sensational. Absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational how an actor like Joffrey can be so young, but yet we hate him. Like, we literally hate him. But not just hate, like, this hate is next level, yeah? So it's a fine showcase of his acting skills. Guys, let us know what you think down in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinion. It's up here if you can go check it out in full over on Patreon. Like I said, guys, each and every episode are over on Patreon in full. No cuts, no watermarks. Over on Patreon is the best way to go. And yeah, that's it, guys. So I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Take it easy and tune into the next video. Bye, guys. Bye.